furlongs in front of this field, headed by number 1, Del Arca, a former winner of the Greatwood Hurdle, Tom Scudamore aboard. 2 is Thomas Campbell for James Bowen, claiming the 7, and 3, Rocky's Treasure, David Bass. 4, Connor Tabler, looking to make it an even more memorable day for Brian E. Frost, who's in this race able to claim £5. Number 5, Selaton Teeth for Brian Cooper, and 6 is KK Lexion for Adrian Heskin. 7 is Rolling Mall, Richard Johnson, and 8, last year's winner, Anteros, looking for a Paddy Brennan double. And 9, Nuit Premier Cru, the French raider, Felix de Giles.
He's serious, but it's not good.
Any more news we will bring you. Alice, quickly.
Yeah, Stevie Broadhouse joins me now, who does Rocky's Treasure. How is he?
He's good. He's a really nice horse at home. Really nice horse.
So they're off and racing for this Regulatory Finance Solutions Handicap Hurdle listed contest, and out in front, Selaton Teeth leads them over the first of 13 obstacles, with Rolling Mall in second place. Third for Connor Tabler in the pink jacket. Racing in fourth is Thomas Campbell. Most of them are steering a wide course. The 2 exceptions are Del Arca, who is on the running rail in company with KK Lexion, Anteros and Rocky's Treasure at the rear of the huddled crowd inside the grandstands. You can see the fluorescent lights piercing the gloom here, a murky afternoon. As out in front, Selaton Teeth will make the turn first. From in second, Rolling Mall, Connor Tabler, and in the far side group, Thomas Campbell. Del Arca's on the near side group with Nuit Premier Cru over on the far side. Not actually quite as much between Del Arca and the field as it looks on that shot. Anteros comes next with Rocky's Treasure and KK Lexion as they step over the next flight of hurdles. So 11 still to take. Selaton Teeth it is who shows the way, leading by a couple of lengths from Rolling Mall. Connor Tabler in third place. In fourth is Thomas Campbell, with that quite proud head carriage and the noseband. A fifth also nosebanded, the French raider Nuit Premier Cru. Del Arca, closer to the inside, is in sixth place, ahead of Anteros. KK Lexion, back marker is Rocky's Treasure. They still have 11 to take. And out in front, Selaton Teeth leads from in second place, Rolling Mall. 3 to 4 lengths back to Connor Tabler, with a neck in fourth to Thomas Campbell, as Selaton Teeth stretches out over that. A mistake in fifth place by Nuit Premier Cru. In sixth is Del Arca towards the inside. A couple of places made by Rocky's Treasure, who's moved past Anteros, and KK Lexion still held up towards the tail. So they turn at the far end of the racecourse and heading on towards the next flight of hurdles. Towed along by Selaton Teeth, who shows the way by just over a length from in second place, Rolling Mall. There's then 3 or 4 lengths back to the third placed horse, which is Connor Tabler, joined over that by Thomas Campbell. Fifth towards the outside for Nuit Premier Cru, then Del Arca, who's on the inside. Rocky's Treasure comes next, KK Lexion and Anteros. So they'll turn and run downhill. The accent on jumping is really in the second half of each circuit, and they've still got 9 to take. And before they've got a circuit to go, 3 more as they run down the hill. So out in front, it's Selaton Teeth who leads by a couple of lengths from Rolling Mall in second place. Thomas Campbell still carrying that head rather proud in third. His rider perched right up his neck is James Bowen. Fourth for Connor Tabler, and between the pair is Nuit Premier Cru as they reach this flight of hurdles, the first of the pair downhill, of which KK Lexion was a little bit clumsy. And we've still got 2 distinct groups, with KK Lexion and Del Arca having gone round the inside, and the other group of 7 having charted a significantly wider course. Selaton Teeth then heads them on towards the next flight of hurdles, which is number 6 in the contest. A Rolling Mall who's hurdling a little more fluently than he often does this afternoon. Hasn't hesitated at his obstacles. And third is Thomas Campbell, and then Connor Tabler in the pink colours. Fifth place for Nuit Premier Cru. Del Arca still up the inside running rail. Rocky's Treasure has gone to be 1 from the back in the outside group. Anteros towards the centre, and KK Lexion towards the right-hand side. So out in front it is Selaton Teeth and Rolling Mall, who head up towards the single flight of hurdles in the home straight. And after this, they'll have a circuit and 6 flights to take. Thomas Campbell still travels well for James Bowen in third place. In fourth is Nuit Premier Cru. Del Arca up the inside of Connor Tabler. Still Rocky's Treasure being kept well off the churned up racing line from earlier contests. Then Anteros, whose rider adjusts another set of goggles, Paddy Brennan, who came from pretty well back this horse to win 12 months ago and partnered by Paul Townend. KK Lexion, who is on the inside as the runners make the turn, and they'll now begin a steady climb and then a descent into the side of the course. So out in front, Rolling Mall has moved through to dispute the running with Selaton Teeth. 2 lengths back to Thomas Campbell, who shows in third. Fourth place for Nuit Premier Cru. Connor Tabler, Del Arca in sixth place on the inside as they step over that. Into the bottom of it slightly, both Rocky's Treasure and Anteros, and KK Lexion continues to be one of the back markers. So just beginning to trap along now, Rolling Maul and Salat Ontif have just increased the pace slightly as they race towards the next flight of hurdles. A bit of a run between these two. They've still got 100 yards or so before they're reaching it. Salat Ontif on the outside of Rolling Maul. Thomas Campbell in third. Del Arca moving through on the inside of Connor Tarbler. And then towards the outer is Nui Premier Crew. Rocky's Treasure comes next as they take the next, at which Thomas Campbell just wrapped the top bar. KK Lexion is making significant progress. Connor Tarbler's being ridden along. KK Lexion in the green and beige, still towards the back. But as they now turn towards the fourth last, a few of those in the chasing group just trying to close down these leaders. So Salat Ontif and Rolling Maul from in third place. Thomas Campbell. Connor Tarbler's been pushed along. Del Arca then towards the outside. Rocky's Treasure in the pink colours makes some progress on the outer. Nui Premier Crew. Salat Ontif made a slight mistake, and it's Rolling Maul who leads, but this field are beginning to pack up as they'll breast the rise and turn downhill towards the third last. So Rolling Maul out on the front end. Salat Ontif is just about back alongside. Thomas Campbell, Connor Tarbler, Del Arca's picked his way round the inside. Then Nui Premier Crew towards the outer, Rocky's Treasure, then Anteros, and KK Lexion all of a sudden is being pushed along and is beginning to labour slightly as Salat Ontif all of a sudden has regained the initiative to the tune of about 4 lengths. Thomas Campbell in second place over the third last. Connor Tarbler makes a mistake. The two that went around the inside, Del Arca and KK Lexion, are really struggling. So Salat Ontif it is who leads. Thomas Campbell into second. Rolling Maul in third. Nui Premier Crew still travels okay. Likewise, Rocky's Treasure towards the outside. 2 from the finish. Del Arca has just been pulled up. It's Salat Ontif who leads. Salat Ontif from Thomas Campbell coming there strongly for young James Bowen. Nui Premier Crew for Felix de Giles in the green and yellow. Then Rocky's Treasure and old Anteros all of a sudden is produced towards the outside with some purpose by Paddy Brennan. So Thomas Campbell's going to be taken on by Anteros as they run down towards the final flight. Last year's winner Anteros comes to join Thomas Campbell. Then over on the far side, Nui Premier Crew, and back in fourth place, Rocky's Treasure. Anteros with Thomas Campbell off up the run-in. Anteros with Thomas Campbell proving a doughty rival. Anteros came there full of running, but it's Thomas Campbell who's seeing it out better, and Thomas Campbell driven out by the very promising James Bowen will win going away. Thomas Campbell saw off Anteros. Third place for Rocky's Treasure. Fourth for Nui Premier Crew. Connor Tarbler being one of the first under pressure, stayed on into fifth. Then Salat Ontif and Rolling Maul who didn't get home. KK Lexion and Del Arca was pulled up. Well, Thomas Campbell